Hello, future Matt! Is your life still boring? Do you still not know what you're doing? I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? So I spent a lot of the last week playing Chrono Trigger. It's a great game if you don't like having free time. Ever. I'm now officially booked to photograph a wedding in July, which is very exciting, because it's my first. For this I'm going to buy a new 5D Mark III, because the fee for the wedding is going to be about half the purchase price of that, so I feel it's justified. And secretly I've been looking for an excuse to get one. Of course, I've been filming this on a 5D Mark II, which I've had for 4.5 years now. There is nothing wrong with this camera, of course, but it is a lot handier to have two cameras when you're shooting anything with any sort of action. I used to have two bodies, but I sold one, and the other one got stolen. Actually, since I'm pressed for stuff to talk about, let's talk about that. At the time I was trying to sell it. It was a 1DS Mark III, which was just too much camera for me. I lied, it wasn't too much camera for me, it was too much money that I could be using somewhere else. I went to sell it on Kijiji, and when the guy came to look at it, he brought his friend. And while taking some test shots, he just bolted. His friend looked at me with an incredible expression of surprise. He obviously wasn't filled in on this, and he and I just stared at each other for a moment while his friend ran away. Of course I called the police immediately, but to no avail. Now here's something everyone should do if their camera is stolen. One of the first things I did was take the serial number of the camera and the lens and put them on this online database, which I have linked in the description. And this will allow anybody to see if the serial number comes up as stolen. Later on, it did. He was trying to sell it up in Edmonton. A very good citizen decided to meet up with him on my behalf and try to get the police to arrest him. Unfortunately, Edmonton's finest weren't at their finest. They decided this kind of pudgy 5'8" guy required backup. So they waited around for an hour for that, and you guessed it, he ran away. So that's the story of how I lost my camera. Now back to shooting with two bodies. I've been thinking a lot in the past week about getting a house and a mortgage. This requires a lot of saving, but I think I'm up to it. Now one of the biggest factors is, can I get a mortgage? I figure with a big enough down payment, they should be like, whoa, okay, here, take your money, you're obviously responsible. But in the meantime, I'm thinking maybe I should take out a loan to get this camera, pay it off really quickly, and improve my credit to the point where nobody's is better, even Bill Gates. So, future Matt, how did that work out for you? How was the wedding? How was the loan? Or not loan? When did you get it? Did you get the rebate? Anyway, let's hope I actually do something on the railway next week, instead of just playing Chrono Trigger. So long. Matthew.